Whoa! It is not what it looks like.
What does it look like?
I was hungry. Now, a lot of you guys might know, I used to be very overweight. 270 pounds, in fact. A lot has changed since then. I've dropped a lot of weight, taken on the gym as a hobby, helped a lot of other people lose weight, over 280,000 of them over on TikTok, and I also love grandmas now. It wasn't always like that. I'm about to bring you guys what it was like to be a little pudgster, if you will, and how drastically my lifestyle changed going from one to the other. We got a lot of stories to tell, so buckle up. It's gonna be a ride, baby. Because not only am I here to tell a story, so is my mom. What do you have to say?
Hello. I love creatine.
Welcome to the show. So where do we even start?
I'll tell you where we start. You just like to eat a lot.
Whoa! That's a little rude, don't you think?
No.
I did, and I still do like to eat a lot. That's the thing. I'm an eater at heart, but there's some things changed. I got more active, started paying attention to how I was eating a little bit more.
Although he started out a little active little toddler.
We'll start there first. So I wasn't overweight from the grave.
Brave. He was actually. No, let me tell you.
What?
When he was born, he looked like a sumo wrestler. So my mom used to lay him down on the bed, all butt naked, but she'd
Okay, what?
roll after roll after roll on his torso, on his legs, on his arm. Cute little pudgy face. Always had such a pudgy face. His cheeks are gone, but he's still beautiful. Okay, so
What? Maybe I was a big boy out of the grave. Before I reached into my teens, I wasn't really that big. I was actually pretty active. Played a lot of baseball, played a lot of basketball. It wasn't until I started to ease off the sports that I really started to get into gaining the weight. You move less, you're eating a lot, you're gonna put on some pounds. Once I got into my teen years, I started putting on the weight, and I started eating like crazy. During my teen years, around 15, maybe 16, I was pushing close to 270 pounds. And when you're that big, it's not too easy to do a lot of things. The sports that I did play, I didn't really do too well in them as I could have. Baseball, I actually was a pretty decent catcher. Now, it might have just been because I was a big target and I could stop the ball pretty easily. But people try to steal second, I'd go. But it got to a point where I was so heavy that it was hard to maneuver. I remember. What are you laughing at? I remember one day I actually almost passed out. The catcher's gear was so hard to get on. It was like restricting me so much. I think it like cut my blood circulation off or something. On top of it being hot, I don't think I was drinking enough water either. Being that heavy at that time was not a help. As I said, sports got harder and harder as I got heavier and heavier. Moving past that, when I was that heavy, I had some crazy eating habits, which you got to be that heavy, obviously. I talk about this a lot on my TikTok. If you're not following it, what are you doing? Follow the TikTok.
Oh, wait. Like and subscribe.
No,
Ready?
what? That's at the end of the YouTube video. I just said follow that.
Wait, code backs?
But no, I tell you guys a lot of these stories over on the TikTok, and they get pretty bad. The Chinese orders I used to get. I used to eat almost all of the chicken and broccoli and noodles, the whole family-sized pouch, all of the rice that they gave you, 1 or 2 egg rolls. I would have the sweet and sour chicken. That red sauce is good. So good. I remember I used to drink it, and I used to drink milk on top of that, so the calories would add up, to say the least, on those meals. That was just dinner. When you look back at it, Mom, what was one of the craziest amounts of food I would eat?
A box of spaghetti.
A whole box? Are you serious?
A mound.
Meatballs? And meatballs?
Italian bread.
And Italian bread.
Buttered.
And mind you, all of these meals were with milk. I used to drink a lot of milk, multiple glasses with every meal. So, hey, I did have strong bones.
No broken bones.
Okay, don't jinx it now.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it. Any other remembrances of some crazy meals I used to have?
The amount of pizza you would eat.
Would I go through whole pizzas?
You may have come very close.
I could go through a whole pizza very easily right now.
I love pizza. Oh,
I think you got me addicted to pizza because now spaghetti always used to be my favorite food. I still love it a lot. Pizza has taken over spaghetti for me. I think it's your fault. Another place we used to go to a lot. We used to go to Arby's a lot, and Arby's used to get crazy. I remember this to a T still. Disgusting turkey sandwich. I don't know why I got that. That always tasted bad, but I always wanted it. Curly fries, tenders, large Jamocha shake. Now that I'm thinking of it, every single fast food place, I just got an absurd amount of food. But fast food out of the way, Vax is more of a snacker because I used to play a lot of video games as well. A lot of video games did contribute to me gaining weight because I would always just be sitting there, not being really active. She would bring in the gaming snacks over and over and over.
But I did bring sliced up vegetables too every once in a
She
while.
did do that. You know what? I am just a volume eater. She used to make her own chicken, vegetable platters all the time, but I'd eat it all. Still, it doesn't matter what the food was, I would eat it. I'm a volume eater. I just like eating in general. I think it's just how I am. It did not go away. I still have it in my system. So as I was saying, I used to game a lot, and one of my favorite snacks was the purple Doritos. You remember those, Mom? Yes. I used to go through a bag of those easily. Whole cans of Pringles.
You did like those red chewy fishy things.
Swedish fish. That's why I don't like Swedish fish anymore either. Every single time I got candy, it was Swedish fish. Swedish fish and Skittles were always my top 2. I digress. I was never really a candy eater. I was more of a savory kind of guy. All of my meals.
Like dark chocolate though.
Okay, no, this was your fault. You used to give me like daily supplements of Hershey Kisses. You were like, these are good for you. Eat like 3 or 4 Hershey's Kisses every single day. Give it to me like it was a vitamin. Now that we got all my home meals, all the fast food, let's talk about holidays. Thanksgivings, Christmases, I used to eat a lot. You know how my Aunt puts out the whole thing of M&M. No one used to eat them. It was at least over a pound of M&Ms, and I would go through that easily. And then on top of everything, like the cookies, the food, oh my goodness. But with all that being said, I could eat and I still can eat. Now, coming off of that lifestyle, it's pretty hard to just go cold turkey and not eat that much. As you guys know, I'm into fitness on occasion, and I know my ways around eating a lot of food without breaking the calorie bank. I have found ways to make my meals so big that it has me eating a lot of volume and keeping me full. Adding low calorie things such as like these 5-calorie noodles that I get, spinach into a meal so it's more just something for my brain just to give me more food. Eating a lot of protein and fiber because that keeps you fuller over the long period of time. But all these things that I've learned as a former fatty going along that can make it so much easier. So if you guys have a big appetite like me, just know there's always ways around it. Now we got all the childhood out of the way. Yes, I was big. Let me tell you how I transitioned into a more healthier lifestyle. It was the beginning of high school, 9th, 10th grade. I started getting back into sports. Tried out for baseball. I failed. Got into football. Got into the weight room a little bit. Wasn't really doing anything crazy. I have something to say before we get farther into this. High school weight rooms are the worst thing ever. All they would make us do is try to lift the most weight as possible with literally, it doesn't matter about the form. I was loading on like 4 plates onto the squat and just like going down like this much, and they wouldn't say anything about that. High school weight rooms are ops. Zero progress from that high school weight room. I got into that. I was starting to be more active. You guys know how football is. A lot of cardio. You're doing double sessions in the summer. You're burning a lot of calories. You're in full football equipment. You're sweating to death. And around that time, I actually just remember this recently. I got Invisalign. So I wasn't able to eat whenever I saw something. I'd have to take my teeth out, eat it, brush my teeth. It was much harder to impulse eat. If you're trying to lose weight, get Invisalign. That's all I'm saying. I started to lose weight around that time. I'll find a picture somewhere. Bong. I lost a massive amount of weight because I wasn't eating. I was doing a lot of cardio. I didn't really look too good. I didn't have a lot of muscle mass on me. I was pretty much skinny fat, but I was still on the heavier side. After high school started coming to an end, got out of football. What happened at the end of my senior year? COVID-19. To say the least, I was back in the house, I was back gaming, and I was back eating. Started to gain the weight back. I think my highest weight during COVID was around 215, 220. I was starting to go back to my old ways, slowly but surely. After we got out of COVID, I said, I'm getting back in the gym. I'm getting it right. This is around the time I started watching TikTok. I had a lot of inspirations on TikTok. I used to watch Jacked Italian, which he's my boy now, by the way. That's crazy how life works. And I took this picture, bong, and that started my dieting and weight loss journey. I was around 210, 215 around that point, and I really started to hone in on my diet. This was just the beginning of last year as well. Got back in the gym, got a routine, started slowly figuring out my diet, making low-cal, high-protein meals, started to find substitutes for things I like. For example, my low-calorie pizza I make all the time, low-cal French toast I'm about to whip up right after we're done recording this, and a lot of just cheat codes to help me overall. Little to say, it worked. 5 to 6 months, and I got down to the lightest I was in, I'd say, 5 years. 210 to 165 in just over, I'd say, 5 months. Bong to bong. That journey wasn't the easiest. I had to figure it out, learn what I was doing. I had to do my research. It wasn't like I just snapped a finger and I was into the lifestyle. I'll say this, it's never gonna be that easy, especially if you come from some place that I am from, being 270 pounds and looking like a meatball.
Meatball on a pizza.
Hey, I want some pizza. To say the least, it's been a journey, and I'm proud to say, Mom, there's a lot of people I'm helping now. You guys don't know how good of a feeling it is coming from where I've came from, and then helping people that were in the situation you were in get to where I am. If you guys know what I'm saying. It makes my day. It truly does. I'm telling y'all, there's many more stories of how I used to eat. If they're not in a vlog, if they're not in a TikTok, you'll hear them eventually. Did you have a good time? Should I try to get back up to 270 pounds?
No.
Okay, first of all, Mom, I'm getting some serious backlash on TikTok right now. You wanna know why? If you guys don't know, I gained over 30 pounds in Houston in a single weekend. I went from 177 to 205. I gained a lot of water weight because I ate so much in one time. And people are like, he's on an infinite cut. He's on an infinite weight loss journey now because it's taken me so long to get down to where I wanna be. What do you have to say about this? Do you have any backup for me?
Don't be mean.
That was the worst backup ever.
Well, really, you shouldn't do it fast. It's not healthy.
So we're refeeding pizza. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is just a little quick one to show you guys where I came from. The story of Big Backs.
A little bit, not all of it.
A little bit, not all of it. That's too long of a story. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys like these sit-down type of videos. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back next week for another Backs banger.
Have a great day, Bozos.
Like,
subscribe, and code BACKS.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see y'all next week, babe.